Can we talk about loneliness? I see a lot of content and news on loneliness with all its horrible effects on our health. And to be quite frank, it's sad. It does suck. And I've been there feeling lonely at times and whatnot. And there can be a lot to blame for this, like the lack of communities, the breakdown of a lot of families, the individualistic culture, technology. I can keep going. But here's the thing. Despite all the barriers, loneliness can still be overcome. It's not easy, and nothing worthwhile is. Yet, we do have to accept some responsibility in cultivating our social lives. It's not like being in school where it's so easy to meet people, make friends, and whatnot. Outside of that environment, we have to make an effort to be social. Meaning, inviting people out, initiating hangouts, saying hi to strangers. And you know what? There's a good chance that a lot of these efforts will be in vain, or even worse, we get rejected outright. This sucks, and I can understand why people choose not to make that effort to be more social. I've had so many plans fall through with new people I've met because they either ghosted me or they changed their mind. And you know what? I would do it again and again. And the reason for that is because we have two choices. It's either we experience the pain of rejection and things not working out socially, or the pain of loneliness. Only one of these two have an unlimited upside, and you know which one that is. We have to accept that life is painful. One of the most overused lines from the Buddha is, how life is painful and whatever. And a lot of ancient texts do mention that as well. Life is inherently painful, but it's all about validating that pain for something worthwhile. A corny analogy is like working out for the first time. When you lift in the beginning phase, your body will be in pain for the next day. However, as you lift more and more, you become more conditioned, fit, and you kind of look better, maybe even hot. And over time, what used to be hard and painful isn't anymore because you became stronger and more fit as an individual. Well, that's like being more social. Initially, it's going to be painful. You're going to feel like your efforts are in vain, but you get used to it. And after a while, you start building yourself a nice and diversified social life. Your social skills are on point. And if you guys want to learn more about building a social life you can enjoy, you can check out this video with my corny skits. But what I will mention in this video is that you need to be patient. Building something great and meaningful takes time, especially with your social life. Another thing to take note is, be the friend that you wish to have. Start from there, and you'll be able to discern who's worth being a friend and who's not. Because being around shitty friends makes loneliness even worse. And lastly, practice the philosophy of lay 5 bricks per day. I got this from a coworker who got it from Patrice O'Neill's co-host, Dante Nero. But I digress. So the whole premise with this is that you want to make 5 small social actions with strangers per day. I mean the smallest social action you can think of, from saying hi to smiling or just even making eye contact. Just 5 small social actions, or better yet, lay 5 bricks per day. And guys, I want to stress that this is in the real world and not over the internet. But you know what? Let's do some corny math. If you lay 5 bricks per day for 7 days, that's 35 bricks in a week, or 35 small social actions in 1 week. Yo, let's take it up a notch. 5 bricks times 30 days. That's 150 bricks or 150 small social actions in 1 month. Let's take it up even one more notch. You lay 5 bricks a day for 365 days in a row? That's 1,825 bricks or 1,825 small social actions in a full year. Are you telling me after a year you can't find some friends if you're being social every day in this real world? Are you telling me after 5 years you can't find decent friends or have a decent social life? Not to be harsh, guys, but you gotta remember, we only have this one shot at life. And the choices we make will either come to haunt us or celebrate us. Again, I'm not ignoring the difficulties in the modern day in being social. But here's something I've realized after reading literature and philosophy for quite some time. Life will throw curveballs and give you never-ending problems. But, as Publius once said, the sweetest pleasure arises from difficulties overcome. And the reason so many stories, myths, and literature gives us satisfaction is the pleasure we feel for the characters in overcoming their challenges. And the same can happen to us. Let us overcome the challenge of loneliness and taste that pleasure of it. This might take a year or a few, who cares? All we know is that our efforts and pain will not be in vain. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you again for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my newsletter, and guys, remember, you're not just any type of nerd, you're a charismatic nerd.